I'm not religious. Are you religious like that?
Yes, I believe in God. I definitely believe in God.
Okay, you go to church?
No, you don't have to go to church to believe in God. You develop
True.
a relationship with God by going through things in life.
What do you think about those preachers like in Florida that basically had everyone come on Easter and packed out the churches? I remember he said he had 27 buses filled with people. And he's telling everyone that they should take their $1,200 check and donate that to the church.
He just, he trying to get the bag, man. Most of these preachers, they motherfucking, just trying to get the money. I feel like a lot of preachers. I said that the other day to my partner. I used to say, only thing free in this world is Jesus, but it's not. If you go to church, you feel guilty if you don't put nothing in the collection plate. Fuck. I can't even go to church. I feel guilty you don't put nothing in the collection plate.
Oh yeah, no, I remember I interviewed Zaytoven, who's like he's a real serious Christian, right? He still plays organ in the
Nah,
church.
Zaytoven a real Christian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He a real Christian.
Zaytoven, with all the money that he makes, all the Gucci records and everyone else like that, he gives 10% of his money back to the church. Do you give a certain percentage of your earnings to the church?
I pay my tithe. I pay 10% of whatever I make.
So 10% of everything you make, you give to the church.
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been doing that?
As long as I can remember, man. I'm a church kid, so I've been doing it ever since I started making money. The churches, when I first started, when I was young, they'll give me money, since I was so dedicated to coming to play the drums and the organ. So they would pay me. So every Sunday, I would take 10% out of whatever they pay me to give it right back.
If someone told you got to give up 10% of everything you got back to the church, what would you say?
I want ownership. I give back to the church. I ain't gonna lie. I give, like my mama always come tell me, my auntie, you need to send something to the church. So, I send her $500,000, even though I don't go to church. I send money sometimes so my mom and them can put me in church, put my stuff in church, cause my mama them real Christian people. She feel like, that get my blessings back, and I'm glad I got a tight wheel family with the Lord because, they grab me when I'm straying, They call me and pray for me. Boosie, just let us put you on a prayer call, things like that.
No, man. I mean, I'm not religious myself, but I support people's religion. I know religion has done a lot of good for people, and I know people that have turned their life around because of religion. I just feel like you got certain people that are just taking advantage, like these type of preachers that are taking advantage of people.
Yeah,
preachers
want jets. I heard a preacher wanted a jet. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
But I don't know, but I just feel like you don't have to have that. Money has never been, I wasn't raised up on money and God. Like that didn't go together how I was raised up. My grandfather was a preacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my grandfather died when I was 8. My grandfather was a preacher. So, I ain't never think money, a preacher should have money like that. I ain't see preachers with money. I never saw preachers with money.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, right? The preacher was the first black aristocracy. Back in slavery times, the preachers, the slave masters used the preachers to keep all the slaves in line in the churches, and the preachers would basically get extra privileges and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So there's always been kind of an interesting relationship between preachers and the black community. That's why a lot of people, like, when the Nation of Islam and stuff like that, that's what they were basically saying, like, nah, like, this was used to control people, and, you need to become a Muslim because of these reasons. So it's a weird type of thing.
Right.
On
Everybody
top
believe
of
what they believe, though. You know,
Yeah.
I just
mean,
was-
on top of
I was
you know,
raised
I
in
just
a
want to
Baptist church, and that's what I believe, you know. I believe in a traditional household. You know, a man loving a woman loving a man. I believe in traditional values. That's it. I believe in traditional values. I was raised in a Baptist household, and that's what I believe in.
there you go. There you go.